Hi. It's been a hot minute, hasn't it? Last stream was last Monday. I have had a weird week, and I'm not gonna elaborate farther for the time being. Oh shoot, I realized I forgot to do something last time, so maybe that'll be our first stop for today, actually. Yeah, we should probably go do that. But hi, welcome on in. Hi, Zon. Hope you're doing well. Okay, let's not waste any more time. Let's hop back to the game. Alrighty then, I am in position and ready to go. So yeah, last stream we started Mario Galaxy. We made pretty good progress in it too. Got all the way to the kitchen dome, which is 3 out of 7, I think. So yeah, we're gonna continue onwards. But first of all, I realized I forgot to do something last time. I actually meant to do this, but oopsie, I got distracted, and that will not be the first nor the last time I'll get distracted from doing something I was supposed to do. We had Hungry Luma to feed, and I totally forgot. Oh, thank you for the follow. Reminder followers here are anonymous. Yeah, greatly appreciate it. So yeah, we are gonna kick off right now with, the Slingpod Galaxy. So yeah, totally spaced out on this. I also didn't post the stream on Blue Sky, so I'm gonna go do that real quick. As we enter a very sticky situation. Great. What a great way to start the stream. Fantastic. No notes. I say that not just because the name of the level is questionable, depending on who you are, but also this level is just kind of annoying, so we'll see how this goes. This is actually the best level if you need star bits though, because it's very easy to grind up star bits here. So yeah, we might end up with a large count by the end of this. We also might end up with a larger death count by the end of this too. So we'll see. But hi, hope everyone's doing well today on this nice December 1st. God, I can't believe it's already December. This year's been so wild. I don't know how to feel about a lot of 2025 as a year. In some ways it was like surprisingly okay, in other ways it was not great. So again, it'll be interesting going forward into the next year. If you let go of Polestar early, it often will let you like glide forward a bit, like you carry the momentum, which is helpful for some things, for sure. Cool, made it. I was off angle, but we still survived, so we're good. Alrighty, one more to go. All that stuff is to launch to the stars. So we've got to line up and release. Yay, first try, let's go. This level actually screws me up a lot, so I'm very happy to get this first try, get it out of the way. Bada bing bada boom. Hi Dolphin, thank you for the head pats, hope you're doing well. Lurking at work, but hi, thank you for dropping in. Yeah, I hope I will enjoy Galaxy. We have some interesting missions today. We actually might finish the main story today, believe it or not, because yeah, you actually should finish the main story, because it actually makes it easier to balance the post-game stuff. Also, while I'm here, and so I don't forget this one, we're gonna feed this one. 600 star bits. Yeah, hope everyone's doing well today. Again, my day has been interesting. My week has been interesting. My month has been interesting. My year has been interesting. I'm sensing a pattern. The Drip Drop Galaxy has appeared. Just really good names to start out this stream, apparently. Great. Giant Eel Outbreak, my favorite. I love eels. I say in the most sarcastic way I can possibly muster, I actually really don't agree with eels. Genuinely, not a fan. Like, straight up. Eels terrify me. I'm not even kidding. I mean, I can handle, like, Mario eels. They're pretty cartoony. Anyway, hello. There's a lot of penguins here. Giant gringills have been terrorizing the waters lately. Can you help us? Gringills like those could gobble us all up in one bite. Can you beat those gringills by hitting them with shells? I'm sensing a pattern. Grandpa's getting old. Okay, broke the pattern. Ever since those big eels showed up, we haven't caught any fish. Get rid of those big eels. Press B repeatedly to do the breaststroke. Shake the controller to grab a shell. You can also grab a shell with Y. When you're swimming with a shell, use the L to brake. Throw a red shell and it will zero in on the enemy, so they home, like in Mario Kart. If you're out of breath, grab a bubble for some air, grab some coins. Swimming with a shell is a ton of fun. So yeah, I think I talked about this last time, but a weird gimmick of Luigi specifically is if you spin underwater, you actually lose more air than with Mario, who actually doesn't lose air. I think Luigi also just passively loses air faster than Mario. So for all intents and purposes, this is kind of like a hard mode, second quest kind of a thing. We'll definitely have some issues going forward, because of Luigi's swimming not being the best. I'm mostly dreading a specific cosmic Luigi race that is very annoying with Luigi's bad water, setup. But we will cross that bridge when we get there, because we have a ways to go. That's like one of the later missions, if I recall correctly. Next eel is right over here. Voila. That's all of them. Okay, that was way faster than I thought it would be. Cool. Neato. I should have grabbed those star bits, but it's fine. But yeah, making good time so far. Got 2 stars already, and we just started. So that's a good feeling. Our progress will start to bog down at a point once we get to the post-game stars, because those are long. My general feeling is this will probably be a 5-stream playthrough, based on prior playthroughs. That'd be about 15 hours, that seems about right. In general, I am very much a perfectionist for scheduling, so I often will try to math out how long a playthrough will be in terms of stream counts. Again, the most normal most normal behavior, clearly. But yeah, we will see how far we get today. Again, we might get to the halfway point, which is like 60 stars. If we get to 60, we can actually finish the main story. Hi Chibi, thank you for the resub. The GIF did not play that time. I don't know what determines if the GIF will play or not. It's so weird. Like, resubs are so finicky for showing the actual alert. I'm thinking about switching platforms for alerts, but that's a lot of work. Now taking applications for the Beach Bowl Swim School's final swim test. Sign up for the final swim test here. Like, there's something I think called Mix It Up, which is recommended a lot. I'm looking into that currently, but it seems a lot more manual. You know about shell swimming, it's great. You see, the shell does all the swimming for you. Shell swimming is so much fun. Whee! Hello. You're here to take the swimming school's final swim test? Yeah. In this test, you must collect shells in the ocean. If you bring me the gold shell, it's an automatic A for you. So, the gold shell is being carried by a penguin in the water. Over there. So we can just go over, spin, and take it. Ah, I got beat. So, that's it. This is the entire star. Some of these are like, wow, that is extremely easy. Some of them are an absolute ordeal. You never know what you're gonna get. Amazing, I didn't think you'd actually be able to bring it back. Well then, here's a big gold medal for you. Yeah, hi GB, hope you're doing well also. Hope everyone's doing well. There's a level back there, I think. Nice job in the test, but are you even one of my students? I don't know if we can get to it in this star. It might be in the next one. We might beeline for that, because I don't like it. Wait a minute. New point redeem, I see. Say something nice about Zon. Yeah, I put that in recently. I saw other streamers do this and thought it'd be fun to include. So hi. You can now request me to say something nice about someone in chat. Or you can have me say something nice about, you know, like a character even. I'm not gonna be overly choosy. You can be very esoteric with it. I don't feel strongly about that. In terms of like enforcing that. For some reason my mic seems louder than usual. I might be sitting closer to it, so apologies if I'm peaking. But yeah, Zon is wonderful. I care about her so much. I also in class today. Yes, she has been an absolute grounding force in my life over the past year. God, it's been about a year. Huh, that is accurate. So we can break this with a shell and get a move on. We didn't talk to the penguin, it's fine. Because I already knew what to do. Just kind of skip a little bit there. Yeah, absolutely, like a rock in a very tumultuous year of my life. There's been a lot of ups and downs, I can attest. But I'm always very grateful for her continued support and presence in my life. I love her so much. Not everyone might get as much as I would say about Zon, for example, given obvious circumstances at this time. But yeah, I thought it'd be kind of fun to experiment, and also try to force me to, like, be better at wording compliments, because something I actually feel is I wish I was better at compliments, because a lot of times when people ask, like, for compliments, I'm really bad at it. Like, bad at knowing what to say. So yeah, I guess practice in a way. Almost feels reductive to describe this practice, but there you go. It's not a cooldown, by the way, so it can't be spammed. I don't even know if it's the same cooldown as, like, the K-pop one, or the Guilty Gear one. I forget what the cooldowns are that I've set, because I, clearly, am good at this. Yeah, that was very smart on my part, but we lived, so hey, cool. I'm not gonna complain. It worked. But definitely gutsy to just kinda long jump that way. The collision on some of these is really weird, especially on sloped surfaces. You can just get clipped by it barely, like, essentially like your toe gets hit by it and then you die. So I'm gonna be really careful, especially in the next star, probably, when we have to do this again, but faster, because we have a new type of prankster comet for this particular galaxy. We already got the rundown on it. The secret undersea cavern. Nice. So yeah, again, this version actually autosaves instead of asking you if you want to save, so that's actually a little bit faster in some ways. Which is interesting. The one downside is especially off a physical cartridge, which I like, because I like physical media. It does feel like it loads kind of slow. Fast foes on the Cyclone Stones. That's where we just were. But hey, what if we just double the enemy speed? Yeah, no. This could be a problem. This could definitely be a problem, so we'll see how this goes. Mild fear. But yeah, I think other things. It's like fast foe, but I think other things move double speed too. Okay. Hold back a little bit there. Yeah, no. Okay, so to demonstrate another weird quirk of this version, it doesn't... Never mind, it does. What the hell was I thinking of? Because I could have sworn... It might just be Galaxy 2 that doesn't do the Bowser head fade out, but just does, like... a fade to black, basically. But yeah, I could have sworn there was something about, like, the game over animation. Ow. Well, we can see it again. So, like, in Galaxy 2, it's supposed to do that, but in the Switch version, it doesn't do that for some reason. I think for Galaxy 2, apparently it's in Galaxy 1. I genuinely didn't know that. But again, on the physical cartridge especially, for the new version, it does load kind of slowly out of deaths, which is not great. So that is one downside of this version. Obviously, if you're speedrunning, you're not going to be dying that much anyway, probably. So I don't know if it would be faster or not. Yeah, taking it slower this time, ironically, because I don't want to get smushed again. This is dumb on my part. Okay, I lived. Cool. I'm feeling gutsy. What if I can long jump that? I say as I almost immediately jump to my death. Cool, great, awesome, outstanding, amazing. Ah, okay, cool, we're fine. So I'm gonna wait for it a little bit so it'll actually be on the way back. Never mind. Thank you for the hydration check too. I'm gonna need it in a moment. Oh my god. But hey, we did it. What was that? Third try? I'll take it. Again, especially because again, that verifies like it does actually play the right death animation. The whole development of this version is kind of interesting. For example, the original version was done by Nerd, which is like a European like emulation division of Nintendo. The Switch and Switch 2 versions that are standalone, not the 3D All-Stars versions, were done by NST, or Nintendo Software and Technology. So I feel like Galaxy 2 is a lot rougher at the moment than Galaxy 1 on Switch for the bundle. And to the point where I almost want there to be a patch, because there's a few graphical glitches, like things that actually also happen on Dolphin when you upscale the game too much. If you bump up like Galaxy 2 to like 4K, certain like graphical details completely break, and that also apparently applies to the Switch version and Dolphin. So again, that's just a known problem of upscaling this game. Yeah, there's a few things it's like I hope they patch in both games. It's not a huge deal. Galaxy 1 is in pretty good shape. Galaxy 2 not so much from what I've seen, but I haven't also delved into Galaxy 2 that much. Alrighty. We need to break this. Hi Caitlin, welcome on in if I didn't say so already. I'm very scatterbrained today. That's our next destination, but first we gotta do a little bit of a long climb to get there. You have an advantage of being left-handed? Interesting. See, I don't actually know the difference of how that would work, personally. Because I don't play much Guitar Hero, to be honest. Anyway, we have an ice flower. Or a nice flower, you could say. You transformed into Ice Luigi. Shake the controller, press Y to skate. You can walk on water, too. Based on strumming hand? Interesting. Yeah, it's been a hot minute since I've used the guitar controller, I'll be real. If you need another ice flower, you can fight the piranha over there to get another one to spawn, otherwise we can just keep moving. Cause I know what I'm doing, I've played this game before. So now we have the very fun task of leading a cataquack over water using the ice flower to actually get the star. You know what, I probably should have been collecting the star bits, but oopsie. Hi Serena, welcome on in, hope you're doing well. Thank you all for the head pats, by the way. I've been getting a lot of head pats today, apparently. It's been nice. Number 40, not bad. We'll go through the storybook at the end. There is a bonus chapter for the Switch T version, so we'll also go over that at some point. But we'll do it all at once, because I like doing it that way. There's a battle power-up that flips the fretboard from lefty to righty. That's very confusing, actually. I also didn't know that game had a battle mode, if I'm being real. Alright, for real, we're doing the Floating Fortress. Last time we got the green power star, hee. But this time we're actually gonna lock in and do the main objective. Work is being worked, but other than that, it's been fine. Yeah, I hope work's going okay. Yeah, I can imagine that's not the best this time of year, given it's almost the holidays and whatnot. Speaking of holidays, I hope everyone had a nice Thanksgiving. And if you partook, I don't really ever do anything for, like, special for the occasion. Oh yeah, we never helped Luigi, did we? Oopsie. Yeah, no, we gotta go help Luigi out in a moment. Actually, real quick, I'm just gonna double check. Okay, so he's in Battle Rock. That's a slow start, just because we have to go through the entirety of Battle Rock again. But hey, we'll get it done. Yeah, I completely spaced out on that. Because we'll get kicked out anyway, part of me wants to save it for after the Bowser level. Given that we'll have to, like, backtrack to the kitchen, essentially. Oh, thank you for the head pats on. Yeah, I appreciate the head pats. I could sure use them today, without going into details. I spent a time. Again, the frustrating thing has been, there's been some good stuff happening too. It's just, I wish it didn't get so overshadowed by all the, like, not a fan, like, stuff I'm not a fan of. I'm gonna be cheap, because I want to see if I can pull this off. Yeah, we just skipped a bunch of the level. You're supposed to go around, you can just do that instead. And just skip a bunch. I like showing off, clearly, when it's a game I know really well. Because I am normal about Mario Galaxy. You too? Yeah, I mean, you actually do speedrun games, to be fair. Me with Jack 3, or you with Jack 3, yeah. It was cool seeing you, like, show off some things the other night. Wow, that game's broken. But, like, in a fun way. I like when games are broken in a fun way. When games are broken in a not fun way, that's not my favorite. You don't even speedrun? Oh. Right. You just know things. Oh yeah, there's a starship over this swamp. That means there should be one more on the spinny part, and there should be one at the top. Right? Yeah, over here, and then I think the last one's above the little spring enemy. Alrighty, piece of cake. So, we get that. It's not an open goal, so they don't... Oh, they don't accept emulator runs? That's interesting, actually. Running Jack 3 is complex? Yeah, that's the other problem. Ow. It's like, again, my dream decomp is actually Ratchet & Clank at this point, because I would like a good way to play the PS2 versions of Ratchet & Clank without having to just, you know... Or even stream Ratchet & Clank, like, without fighting a PS3, basically, because, like, PS3s suck to record because they're, like, HDMI encrypted, so you have to, like, use a stripper, an HDMI stripper or a splitter that takes away the encryption. And then, like, trying to get a PS2 to look good on a modern television is not exactly the easiest thing in the world either, because that's still, like, component. And I don't have component to HDMI, so I'd have to get a different retro tank than the one I have, which is just composite. Anyway, the Bubble Breeze Galaxy through the Poison Swamp. I got very much locked in for a moment. PS3 rack is the optimal speedrunners version. Interesting. It's busted, yeah. That version is very glitchy from what I gather. It was like outsourced and not given a whole lot of TLC. So it makes sense that it actually works well for speedrunning. Our glorious starship, the Starstream, it crashed. How did you crash your ship that badly? Whoa, whew, the wind sure is strong here, eh? Don't you think it'd be awesome if you could ride that wind? It's on PS2, just slower. Ah, interesting. This is a poisonous swamp. If you fall in there, you're done for. Watch yourself in the poisonous swamp. Yeah, that's an insta-kill. We don't want to fall in. I don't want to fall in. Now, I think I broke my bubble bone. What the hell does that even mean? Anyway, hi. Hey, before you write any bubbles, let yours truly, Phil Board, bend your ear for a sec. You can move around in your bubble by holding down A, but do it while your cursor is blowing the bubble. By the way, when you're playing in handheld mode, don't forget you can blow air by tapping. If you go too far to one side, use the cursor to blow on the other side. There's a randomizer for the PS3 version and emulator? Fascinating. Like, for Fox Girls favorites, I was considering doing Up Your Arsenal. But on PCSX2, I've been having a weird slowdown on the game. And I'm trying to figure out a workaround for that. Because I don't remember it slowing down that badly on actual hardware. And like looking at frame tests of the PS2 version, it doesn't look like it actually does that, so it does seem like an emulator problem. Could help with that sometime, I would appreciate the help. Because again, that is on the docket. Another game I'm torn about is Tales of the Abyss, but I just know as soon as I commit to doing like the 3DS version, though, that's when they'll suddenly be like, oh yeah, we're doing an HD version. It's like, cool, great, love it. You just noticed that the first look redeem is cheaper now? Yeah, I made it cheaper because no one had redeemed it. I'm gonna be reckless. You can actually stand on one of these. Oops. I'm gonna try this like 3 try. I'm gonna give this like 3 attempts. Yeah, no, that load is a little bit slower. You can stand on one of these. And if you stand on it at just the right spot, you can actually long jump over and make it straight to the end. I'm bad at this though. Maybe I should just not worry about that. Hey, I forgot to tell you something. So if you get in a bubble and you want to get back to the surface, just press the L to get down. Oh yeah, and if you get pinched between moving obstacles, that big bubble's going to burst, so watch out. Better than playing the remaster? True, Deadlock remaster is awful apparently. Like, one of my dream... Is the redeem specific to unplayed games? I don't know, actually. See, I'm also kind of thinking about, like, now putting that on hold, just because I don't understand entirely what I want to do with it, because I haven't thought that far ahead. East, path for experts only, south, shortcut. So gotta open the gate, first of all. It is on a timer, but yeah, we have 2 paths here, east and south. South is faster, but less rewarding. But also, I don't care that much. Classic phrase of, I didn't think I'd get that far. Yeah, basically, that's my MO. In life, it's just not thinking things through. Yeah, it's like maybe keep it to unplayed, question mark. Ah, okay, we're good, we're fine. Cool. Again, I wish I could learn the trick. I should learn that trick sometime. But yeah, I'm just gonna go over here real quick. And actually disable that until I actually decide what I want to do with that. Because, oops, I did not think about that aspect. Wow, we are kind of flying at the moment. Serena has reached a 30-stream streak. I don't know why Twitch tracks that now. But congratulations. Bowser Jr.'s airship armada. This one's fun, if I recall correctly. Let's see, sinking the airships, cool. Grew up sinking the airships, question mark? It's like, I don't know what that means. Unfinished instead of unplayed? That's a good question. I guess that would also count. If it's like a game I haven't streamed, that'd be fine. Also, if it's unfinished, it means I probably started it years ago and then abandoned it. So I'd be starting fresh anyway. So like, you might want to link your backloggery. I think it is linked in the About section below the stream. If I'm not mistaken, unless I'm completely forgetting. Cause I am a silly gal sometimes. There's an opt-in? Oh, yeah. Alrighty, stop ourselves here. Alrighty. Oh, did not mean to immediately smash the Wiggler like that, but it worked out. Anyway, hi Captain Toad. Luigi, you finally made it. I was starting to worry. Oh, you're finally here. Oh, man. Alright, that's just for start bits. Again, Lumily will give you a choice to buy a 1-up or a life shroom. I don't care that strongly, if I'm being real. Let's see if I eat it here, because I often end up eating it here. Because of, like, momentum and everything. We have these little spider enemies from, like, the ghostly galaxy. Hey. Guess who knows how this level goes for me? I frequently die in this level for some reason, and I don't understand why. We already fought the enemies, we'll just gotta move on. Yeah, for some reason, I just have the hardest time fighting these enemies. Like, and dodging the cannonballs, that is also a problem I have. Wait, you can just do this. You're actually low enough to dodge everything just by doing that. Cool. So this should be the boss already. It's a Bowser Jr. fight. You just don't give up. Fine then, I guess I'll just whoop you myself. You want this grand star so bad, you're gonna have to take it from me. Cool. So the fight starts relatively easy because he's horizontal. Eventually the ship will swap to facing forward, meaning the hitbox is smaller, like this. And also the Bowser face in the front is now a functional cannon. Ow. I'm just kind of being reckless here. It does help a bit, like, they will aim at your target, so like, I wasn't dead on, but the shell still went left, because that's where the target was. So that is also good to keep in mind. Anyway, another star down. So that's also another dome cleared for now. Again, we can't actually finish some of the domes because there will be additional prankster comments there later. But we will worry about that later. But yeah, I actually mostly just wanted to use like a first look stream idea as an excuse to basically get me to play my backlog and actually like start games. One downside potentially would be I have like 10 started games at this point that I haven't finished yet. Because I'm good at starting things but not finishing them. You've discovered a new galaxy, so now we have access to the bedroom. Thanks to you and your friends, all of the domes on the lower level are working again. Once the engine room on the upper level has power, the whole observatory will be working. Then the common observatory will fly as a starship once again. And you will be able to fly to your special one in the center of the universe. Neat. So... next up, I want to get the Luigi star out of the way. Jump under bed? Wow, okay. I see how it is. Should I be worried about letting you into my room? I'm joking for the record. But also just cause like having people pick games for me kind of helps to show off their gaming tastes too. Straight up spinning on it. Oh my god, Serena. Because you're right here. Aw, that's sweet. See, I always feel like I don't have nearly as much risk as all my other friends. IMO, maybe I'm selling myself short, but that's just something I think about sometimes. Anyway, now we have to do this level again. Gotta get the star chips. That just makes me think of Sonic Heroes of all games. where you're finding the data chips in Bingo Highway and like Charmy says something like, you mean potato chips? I don't know why that's what comes to mind with this, but there you go. So we've crossed Sonic reference off the bingo for now. I don't even know if that was on the bingo. Delphine made one a while ago. I forgot what was on it. Yeah, we just got right out this level, basically. So, hi. Hope everyone's doing okay today. Pat the chat who want head pats. I'm trying to think of other things to say. And yeah, just the idea of being able to like have people submit games. I've also thought about just stealing an idea from Star and making it like a subscriber thing. Like a sub choice. I don't know what I'd call it though. Again, I'm still bouncing around the name internally of like Fox Girls, like, because we got Fox Girls favorites, right? So like, again, the best I can come up with for like a game clearing is Fox Girl finishes. But I don't know if I'm overdoing the alliteration at a certain point. Yeah, and Zon also proves why I've hesitated with that name, because I know y'all and how y'all are gonna react to it. Alrighty then, next up, now that we're over here, we need to get a bullet bill to chase us. Ah, okay, yeah, gravity is a thing. I forgot. Cool. So. Wow, that's confusing. Why is it like that? Anyway, we're fine. Damn it, okay. This is really frustrating, actually. Corralling bullet bills on zero gravity surfaces. Okay, there we go. Someone help me. There you go. Hi, me. Wow, I thought I'd go nuts in there. Try to save me sooner next time, me. Yeah, you want this power star, right? Tell Rosalina I found this one. Just like me, for real. Trying to impress Rosalina. The power star is mine. It's a green one, too. Fox Girl finally finishes her backlog. It's getting very verbose. But yeah, it's like every time the name for a potential game clearing series, Luigi under the saucer. Every time the concept of a game clearing series comes up, it's like I feel like I need another I just want alliteration for everything. That's just how my brain works, but it's like, is it like cheesy at a certain point? But anyway, let's go to Rosalina's bedroom. I'm sure chat will be very normal. We already have the enemy base accessible. We can just do this now if we want. Like, genuinely. Because we have every galaxy opened up. But I wanna mess around here for a little bit. Gusty Garden. You wanna use Kitsune for any name? The thing with Kitsune is I am not Japanese, so I worry about going with Kitsune. Anyway, Gusty Garden Galaxy, Bunnies in the Wind. I just kind of worry about, like, cultural appropriation a little bit. Fox Girl game glaring. Oh my god. Anyway, the iconic song that totally doesn't get overused. I like Gusty Garden, it just gets overplayed. With Floaty Fluff, you can shake the controller, press Y to fly higher, but only up to 3 times, boing. Look at all the star bunnies. If you want to get down during the ride, just press B, boing. So like, if we're being technical, the Korean version of a Kitsune is a Kumiho, but I don't know if people know what that is as much. It's also fascinating that Kumiho consists considerably less positively portrayed in Korean folklore compared to kitsune in Japanese folklore. That's already not very positive, but again, it is relative in that regard. Comparably less negative, but still pretty not positive at the same time. There's a pipe down here. I also totally didn't do anything with the pipe in Beach Bowl. I just totally forgot about that, to be honest. This is just for star bits. Cool. I don't even think this level has a Hungry Luma in it. Yeah. I feel like I need more redeems though, because the redeems I have I think are so niche that they don't really come into play very often. Like I almost feel like I need more general kind of redeems. Stuff that's more like generally applicable, because like... Yeah, a lot of people like hearing me hyperfixate on things, but maybe I just need more like interesting things to hyperfixate on. Alrighty, that's a lot of star bits. Oh my god, 145 already. Oh my god, yeah, that's a fun experience when you like shave underarms for the first time. That's the reason why you forgot to take your heat. Ah, I see. Well, I feel less bad that I'm not the only one who forgets occasionally. I am a frequent forgetter, you could say. I'm also just feeling this weird anxiety about the possibility of traveling next year. I haven't ever traveled by myself before. So that has me a little bit nervous. A lower point redeem in which you select a topic to ramble about. True. That could work. My hyperfixations are like Xenoblade, K-pop, and Guilty Gear at the moment. So it's difficult. IMO. Ow. It's difficult because those are kind of niche. IMO. Still, like, I know K-pop Demon Hunters is big as heck right now, but like K-pop is still kind of niche at the moment. And we're kind of having the same problem of before, of like you have Gangnam Style just representing all of K-pop. Now it's just K-pop Demon Hunters. Think you can catch me, boyoing? It's like, I challenge people to name another, like, K-pop song that isn't Huntrix or, like, BTS from, like, a Samsung ad. Okay, you got me. Here, take this star, boyoing. And when I say this, I also need to stress people who aren't already friends with me. Don't expect to catch me so easily next time. Because I've definitely mentioned a lot of K-pop on my own time. See, this is like a free point redeem. It didn't even get redeemed. I'm already talking about K-pop. I'm ahead of the game here. You got plenty of people who will support you through travel. Aw, I appreciate it. You don't know songs for Twice as a band? True. I'm sure you have no... I was gonna say, I'm sure you have no ill will towards Twice at all. Having stage-handed the dirty tricks of Major Burrows. Neat. We got a boss again. Another Daredevil coming up as well, so that's fun. The problem with Guilty Gear lore is I've kind of hit the point where I don't actually know a lot of Guilty Gear lore. Beyond just the Skrunklies. Like, you know, once we get past like Dizzy, Jacko, May to some extent, like... Who was I just thinking of? Bridget? Like, my Guilty Gear lore knowledge kind of tapers off pretty quickly, unfortunately. New mechanic, we have these moles. We have to ground pound to get them out of the ground. Pain in the ass, but you don't have ill will. Didn't you also stagehand for someone else, or was that Quinn? Cause I could've sworn I've heard some, like, Blackpink story. Hi Mario, welcome on in. Possibly both. Yeah. Again, it's like the redeem didn't even get activated, and yeah, I'm still just talking about K-pop because I'm hyperfixating. You know, it's like an award show in South Korea recently. The Mnet Awards. But like, Rosé from Blackpink, probably best known for this. Actually, no, like she won for this, so yeah, she's probably best known for Opera at this point. With Bruno Mars. What even is the Lady Gaga was actively unpleasant to work with? That is interesting. Oh, if this is an optional area, you have to like grab a pulsar, like that, to land over on this little satellite looking thing. It's just for star bits and coins, it's not like a huge deal, but it's a nice little optional thing. Also a great way to get motion sick. Like, goddamn. Ah, my brain is not processing this very well. 20 out of 20, oh my god. That seems unethical. Just a bit. But yeah. Yeah, if I were to go to a K-pop artist show at this point, it would, you know which one it would be. At this point, it's like I have not made my K-pop hyperfixation that much of a secret. Where the hell's the launch star? Oh, okay. Didn't break your foot then, yeah. It's just a canon event that you would have to break your foot at some point in your life, apparently. It's kind of a weird thought, actually. Like, I've been thinking about this a lot lately. The little things in life that influence where you end up. Like, I was thinking about this recently, but like... even bad things. It's like, if certain bad things didn't happen, I wouldn't be where I am now. And things, I mean, there are things I wish could be a little bit better at the moment for obvious reasons. But it is kind of interesting. It's like, you know, obviously, do I wish foot breakage on anyone? Absolutely not. But it was something that did bring me and Zon closer together. Like, as odd as that is to try to romanticize this. Again, that is just something I try to think about. Anyway, Major Burrows, the titular boss of this level. I'm gonna get eaten. So like, yeah, if you got your foot broken at like a Lady Gaga show, that would have changed the entire trajectory of your life probably. And we might not have even crossed paths the way we did. That's weird to think about. Anyway, when he pops up ground pound to get him out of the dirt, and kick his ass. Alrighty, so round 2. This might be only a 2-hit boss now that I think about it, past that initial, like, tutorial part. God, it's so nice doing this without motion controls. On Wii, I remember dying a lot to this fight, just because it wouldn't register my swing when I wish it would. So yeah, just pushing a button is really nice for this. Anyway, hi. Thanks, you saved me, boing boing. Yeah, it's like... the problem for me right now is I don't know why I would ever have a... like, when I would ever have a chance to actually see Idol performing. Like, I don't know what kind of circumstances would need to line up for me to actually see them live. Like, genuinely. Because previous tours took them to, like, the states next to mine, but not the actual state that I'm in. And I also don't know how I feel about going to a concert, probably by myself, because I don't know anyone in the immediate vicinity that are into K-pop that much, I feel. Again, maybe I'm just completely underestimating. But yeah, I don't know anyone else that's like super into K-pop at the moment. At least as far as I can think. I've been surprised before. This one kind of sucks actually. You have to be very careful with timing the floaty fluff to actually get the coins. You might not have enough height otherwise, but we can just follow the coins. And following the coins gives us a power-up to help us get a hidden star, actually. We got a rainbow star. So we quickly want to go over to this planet. Again, it's weird seeing like actual texture and not just like a flat Wii looking texture on this. Anyway, we got a gold chomp. If we break it, we just get a star, that's it. One of the more interesting hidden stars in that you have to do a very precise series of inputs. I say precise, it's actually not that bad. Iframes came in clutch there. I think I would have taken damage otherwise. Last time I played this game, which was like 2 months ago when this version came out, to unlock Luigi mode and everything, I did that and then went past the star. I got the star to appear, didn't collect it, and just beat the regular level. And then after, I'm like, what the hell am I doing? Like, why did I just go right past where I was trying to go? Also, it feels like my star count is kind of low. I don't know why, but it feels like my star count's low. Like, I feel like it should be closer to 60 by now. Yeah, conversely with Guilty Gear, it's like, I don't know what I'd talk about at this point. Because I need to actually delve deeper into the lore of everything. Like, do more of the accent core endings, do more stuff in, like, do more of the, like, arcade routes for, like, Xrd as well. Play Overture, that's the biggest one. It's like, I don't know about Overture, so I'm really lost on the backyard and that man and all that stuff. I just have like a very surface level knowledge of the other stuff. I just realized we didn't get the prankster comment. That's really weird actually, because there is supposed to be a prankster comment, and I'm surprised it didn't spawn in. They kind of alternate though, so it kind of makes sense. We might have just been off timing for that. No, that's just coins, I don't really care. Alrighty. Nice little trippy section here. Ow. Let's get this star reassembled. Oh wow, that actually works. Cool. I actually wasn't 100% sure. I probably could have done that for the first one also. I don't know if Mario could make that. That's a tight jump for him. Or that would be a tight jump for him, I think. Yeah, I think my star count is a little bit lower than on my previous playthrough, and I don't know how. Dang, you should watch where you step. Oh. I was just wondering if it was one of the talking billboards. Just gonna just style on that Goomba, I guess. I will say one thing I don't like in Galaxy is that slope physics are a little bit less forgiving than Sunshine. So in Galaxy 2 they bring back a level from Sunshine, and it plays like ass, because Galaxy's physics just will mean you slide off way easier than with Sunshine's slope physics, where you can basically be a mountain goat. Just stand on the side of an incline and be fine. But with Galaxy 2 you will slip off like really easily. So, like, Secret of Eco Harbor just plays really bad in Galaxy's physics set. Again, it's really interesting, actually, just how a small difference in physics can completely change the overall game feel. You have to play that very differently than an actual Mario Sunshine. Anyway, a 48. We got a lot there. But with that taken care of, ads are about to start. That was very good timing. So I'm gonna step away for a moment, and we'll be back very soon to get more power stars. Very good timing on me getting back and the ad breaks, well, ending, because the song just ended. I love Carrying the Way of Life, genuinely one of my favorite Xenoblade songs. Too bad it plays like twice in the entire game, across the DLC also. But anyway, let's hop back to it. Alrighty, I am in position. I almost said YRP in position, but I don't have a Riku or a Pain, so it's just a Yuna. But yeah, let's get back to it. Let's... Oh, there it is. The Daredevil comment. Oh joy. Every time Xenoblade music comes up on the intermissions, I'm just like, God, I want to be playing Xenoblade right now. Major Burroughs Daredevil Run. One reason why I won't is, if I'm planning to stream these games, I don't want to play them that close together. They're long games, even in New Game Plus, and skipping a bunch of side stuff. But I'm just someone who likes to do everything in games, so that just means RPGs are a pain in the ass, because it means I want to collect as much as I can, and do as much as I can. So hey, we got Major Burrows again, but this time with 1 hit point. This is actually easier than Bouldergeist in my opinion, which means I'm probably going to die here, because I know my luck with Hubris. The one that's easier is the one I'm gonna F up, basically. It's just how my MO is at this point. Neat. Round 2. Again, sort of a 3-hit fight, sort of not. It's kind of weirdly both. I hit Sail too early. I almost didn't ground pound. That would've been really bad. Barely. Almost died, but we did it. He's so fluffy. But yeah, that was easy. There's only like one Daredevil level in this game that makes you go through the entire level. Galaxy 2 on the other hand, haha, and there's a reason I don't want to do Galaxy 2 right away, because, owie, that's gonna hurt my soul when we get to that one part. Galaxy 2 is a game that is kind of on the docket for eventually, but not anytime soon. It's kind of where I'm at. Because simultaneously, I like Galaxy 2 a lot, but also completing Galaxy 2 is not fun. But the Dusty Dune Galaxy, Soaring on the Desert Winds. This level is a lot, in my opinion. I mean, this world is a lot. I'm not the biggest fan of this one, if I'm being real. I just feel like the stars here are kind of annoying and take a long time. But we'll see how it goes. Fun thing, there are no footprints in this. I don't know why they don't have footprints in this level, but they don't. I actually went back and booted up an older version of the game just to see if it was like a weird quirk of the new version, and nope, they genuinely don't have footprints. Probably just an oversight. But anyway, spinning across the sands. There we go. Ah, okay, we're good. We're fine. We're good. Oh, by the way, I did get the second monitor and it arrived very quickly. It arrived last Wednesday. Again, it's been a hot minute since I streamed though, so... yeah. It gave me a day to set it up at least, so that was nice. But yeah, also just kind of... There's something to the left, but you have to like go through quick, like, fast-flowing sand to get it, so I'm just kind of like, whatever. Like, I'm simultaneously nosy about what it is, but also think it'll just be like a 1-up at best, so I'm like, shrug. So yeah, I'm back to 2 monitors, meaning I can actually quickly glance at information. And also PC games are back on the menu because I don't have to worry about like juggling everything across one monitor, especially in PC games where you can't like easily alt-tab out, which is a lot of them as it turns out. Again, my one thought is potentially getting like a DisplayPort cable to swap out for one of the HDMI cables I'm using now. Yeah, even as is, I'm using an HDMI, a DisplayPort to HDMI cable, like a converter. Anyway, we have a Fire Flower. We've transformed into Fire Luigi. Shake the controller, press Y to shoot fireballs. So all the power-ups in this game are like time-limited, including the Fire Flower, weirdly enough. Which makes sense given that there are sequences that kind of work better on a time limit. So as we make our way through here, we'll have a giant boulder. We can actually break this with a well-timed attack. That's not what I call a well-timed attack. There we go. Cool. But with... what was I talking about? Yeah, with PC games, I just find them very aggravating most of the time. It's like, why still play games on console, even if they are objectively worse in a lot of ways. I also don't have the most powerful system either. Like, I have an RTX 3060, which is now kind of considered not great. You know, it's a good, like, budget level card a few years ago, but now it's like 2 generations behind. It's still the most used GPU at the moment, according to Steam stats. Just because it's like the most readily affordable. It's like $280 for Black Friday, which is like the bizarre oxymoron of affordable GPU, and it's still the cost of like, you know, an Xbox Series S, and that's just the GPU. So again, it's like PC stuff is always really expensive. I guess the one, you know, saving grace of PC gaming is like you can use the PC for more things than just gaming, so it almost seems more worth the value proposition that way. Okay, we were actually lined up with that platforming cycle. That was very nice. Those blocks were tracked, by the way, but I just, for some reason, never thought about how you can just jump up there and just skip going across. Like, literally, it never occurred to me that you could just do that. I don't know why. It's so weird to me what my brain does not think of sometimes. Where can I get kicked out of the level once we get the hiddens? Well, actually, there's 2 hidden stars in this level. Hungry Luma appeared. We'll do that a little bit later, I think. Also, I'm doing Dusty Dune on purpose next instead of Freeze Flame, just because I don't like Freeze Flame that much. But also just because the logistics of doing Dusty Dune first makes sense based on cutscene timing, I think, IMO. If I'm remembering right. Blasting through the sand. The same syllable count as dashing through the snow like Jingle Bell. Anyway, Merry Christmas. So we can actually defeat all of these with one spin. But then we get a big pokey, a big angy pokey at that. Trying to actually defeat it without just waiting for it to get stuck, basically, is not easy. But I'll try it because I want to show off. I like being a tryhard sometimes with this game. Alrighty, so we have a hidden star coming up here. But instead, I'm actually going to do the intended route. There's the Hungry Luma right there. Just because of Prankster Comet spawns. Like, to me, it just makes more sense to do this first. To have it in the Prankster Comet in rotation. With one exception, there are usually like guidelines on how Prankster Comets can spawn. There's one exception, it's actually Freeze Flame, where the comet appears before the level it's for. It's really weird that that's like the one exception to that. Can I get this in the same cycle by doing this? Cool. Not that it saves us any time, we have to go back there anyway. Actually, it does save us a decent chunk of time not doing the third loop around. But yeah. Now we have to go over here. I was trying to think of other things going on lately. I guess one thing that was rumored is there's gonna be another Sonic movie as like a spin-off, like within the year. Within like a year and a half of Sonic 4, which is like... I hope it's good. I hope it's better than the Knuckles show apparently was. I haven't seen the Knuckles show, to clarify. But I have not heard the best things about that show, as it's mostly about bowling apparently. At least that's what I hear about it. You know, when I think Sonic the Hedgehog, I think bowling, clearly. Oh yeah, that's a move the game doesn't tell you about. If you spin and then immediately ground pound, you do like a homing ground pound. It's actually very helpful in very specific circumstances, but I kind of forget to use it, if I'm being real. Yeah, you know, I think my takeaway from this is... yeah, I think Galaxy 2's biggest differentiator is... Galaxy 2 feels like more built around giant floating platforms, instead of like floating like land masses. Like small platforms instead of like planets, kind of. Which is probably why Galaxy 2 doesn't mess up my motion sickness as bad as Galaxy 1. Because the level design is more like straightforward, I think. This almost feels more experimental. That's why I think Galaxy 1 and 2, despite being numbered sequels, do have a very different identity to them. Different vibe to them. It's always interesting, like Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask also have very different vibes. IMO at least. Just Dune, round 2. Now, this level has got so many stars. The Sun-Baked Sandcastle, we're not even gonna do that one, are we? Actually, no, I don't like this one. We'll do this first. Just because it takes forever. That big tower is actually our end goal. Which means there's a lot just to get to it. And then yeah, you have to do a lot of really long, annoying waiting sections. This is why I don't like this particular galaxy that much. It's not bad, but it's just time consuming. Because there's just a lot of stars that waste your time, basically. Like this, it's like, you have to do this twice because there's a hidden star. If you don't know what a hidden star is, you also have the fun task of doing it more times, because then you have to like reload the trigger for the hidden star, so that's great. Yeah, we basically have to get under this platform. That's our end goal. We have to use the switches, like so. I'm gonna try to cheese this a little bit, just to make my life a little bit easier. Where's the chest? I think it's on this pillar. I'm gonna carefully drop down, do this, and just get that one out of the way. Before the tower even finishes moving. Yeah, you're kind of supposed to, like, drop the tower down, like, raise and lower it, I think. But, like, you really don't have to. Like, it's very easy to get by without doing anything of the sort. There's an M over there, isn't there? Yeah. Big M. That's also where the hidden star is, over there. Which is actually interesting. It's a bit of environmental storytelling of, like, oh, there's stuff over there. No, we can break that. This is where the hidden star branch is. Which is also kind of a pain in the ass, to be honest, just to get to spawn, but we'll deal with that another time. Got another Pokey. This one's kind of annoying because there's no coconuts for us, so we actually have to drop down. Just move the coconuts up to the other planetoid. Well, Move a couple just to have a safety net so we don't have to go back down. Like so, and voila. Nice. Very clean run of this level so far. Now we have the fun part, the tower climb. It's always interesting with a game like this, because I feel like I've played it a lot of times throughout my life to the point where this doesn't seem that bad. I bet this game would actually be kind of difficult if you weren't, like, expecting how this game works. Like, if you're not used to it. And again, this is something I think about a lot, is like... Like, I underestimate difficulty a lot of games I grew up with because it's like, oh yeah, I've been playing this game so much, this doesn't seem that hard. But if you haven't grown up with it, it will seem very challenging. You can probably, yeah, get crushed if you don't move fast enough here. So you gotta hustle. Like, whenever I try to get people to play Mario 3, they always struggle so much, and it's like, yeah, no, Mario 3 is a game I can easily breeze through. It makes me wonder how Xenoblade 2 is gonna go, because that is a game that I think I will still struggle with, just because Xenoblade 2 is a game of all time, even as much as I love it. A Fox girl's just too good at gaming to notice how hard things get. I guess. There are definitely exceptions to that, though. Like, hand me a Ninja Gaiden, I'm gonna, like, cry on stream, probably. And I mean, like, the perfect run is still gonna kick my ass if I ever do Galaxy 2. Speedy Comet. So yeah, that's why I wanted to do Mission 2 actually first, and then do the Prankster Comet, and then do the 2 bonus stars. We'll actually be pretty close to 50, or to 60 after this. Right? I think we're pretty close. Like, weirdly enough, Mario World is a game I struggle with a lot, because I didn't grow up with it. Game clearing being called Fox Girl Gaming Hours. The one downside of that name is, I'm probably not going to be as good at games I haven't played before. Like, if I play Overture on stream, I'm going to struggle a lot more than just, you know, booting up Strive. Though, that's a apples and oranges comparison despite both being Guilty Gear. Because Overture is like a single-player MOBA, essentially. It's like how you feel about like a MOBA tower defense game starring Sol and Kai. It's actually weird the little bits I've seen of the game that, like, Sin, for example, feels like a pretty serious character in that game when he's such a goober in every other portrayal. Like, it's genuinely fascinating how much that character feels different in, you know, like, Overture versus, I mean, like, the actual fighting games. Whew, got it. Barely. Yeah. I haven't done a game clearing- oh god. I haven't done a game clearing stream in a hot minute, just because I've been locking in on Fox Girl's Favorites so much. And I feel like I should actually be better at alternating Girl Gaming Fox Hours. Oh, that put a very bad thought in my mind. I'm not even gonna say that out loud on my stream. Neat. So that's, like, the hard part, in my opinion, to do fast. Well, no, there's more hard parts. Like, this part's kind of annoying to do fast. It's like, the funny part is, as much as I talk up, like, being pretty decent at games, like, if I were to challenge, like, throw down a gauntlet right now, be like, hey, Serena, what if we race Sonic Adventure 2? She will win. Like, I guarantee you, if I tried to challenge Serena at any Sonic game, I'll probably lose. Because we have a time limit, they're a little bit nice to us and actually take away some of the tornadoes to make it a little bit easier. It's like if I challenge Zon to, like, a PlayStation platformer race, I'm probably going to lose. Even if it's one of the games she doesn't actively speedrun, she just grew up with those games. She grew up with Crash, Spyro, etc. And I was a Nintendo girly, so yeah, we all kind of excel at different areas, I think. You would lose, not gonna lie, yeah. It will absolutely get destroyed. Like, I'd be interested to see how it would go, but I don't expect me to do well. Yeah, without all the tornadoes, this is actually kind of a joke. The other fear is just Luigi being constantly on ice skates. You should race Zon and Ratchet and Clank for the hell of it sometime. To be fair, Ratchet and Clank is like her one, like, kind of blind spot with PlayStation platformers. Because, like, I think she's only played the first game. Which is funny, because I've only played Going Commando and Up Your Arsenal of the original trilogy. I tried playing Ratchet 1, but I didn't get very far in it. I just struggled a lot with that game, just because I am bad at playing a Ratchet and Clank game without proper strafing, because that wasn't added until Going Commando. Alrighty, back to Mission 2. It's like, the problem also with races for me is I get very panicky at times. Like, playing games in a race setting just stresses me out a lot more. That's why, like, a race that has been proposed for me and Zon to do is, like, very much a joke race. So it's very low stakes. Anyway, we'll talk to you in a moment. I think you need like 40, so we'll be back in a moment. Actually, we might be good as is. Yeah, we can't spin, otherwise we'll be in trouble. But I did want to go back under that platform to get the rainbow star for that. But yeah, Ratchet and Clank is probably my favorite of the three, though I am partial, I think, to the original and future trilogies. Rift Apart's alright, though. Hi. Please talk to me. Is it... Okay, I greatly overestimated how many star bits you need. Like, Rift Apart was fun, but I also didn't entirely vibe with it for some reason. A new planet was born. And like, the movie game is also just kind of... it suffers from being a movie tie-in. If it was just like a full-on remake, I think I'd be more into it. But just the storytelling structure of it ends up getting kind of muddy because of the weird development history of it. You've played every game except All For One. I 100%ed All For One. It is a time. It is a game of all time, for sure. That includes the PSP games. I'm so sorry. I don't like the PSP games. I played Size Matters and had a miserable time with it. Like, if I'm being blunt. Like, I don't know what was happening, but it just felt like Size Matters was like the hardest Ratchet and Clank game for some reason. I don't know if it's a me issue or not, or just the game is unwieldy. Where the hell's the last one? Ah, this is claustrophobic. We should play All For One sometime? Oh no. Oh god. I don't have a PS3 though. I used to, but I didn't have a controller for it, and it was also getting very run down, so I ended up getting rid of it. I wish I still had a working PS2. I actually don't have a PS2 at this point. But like, I wish I had a PS2 and a PS3 still, just to be able to like play games on those systems more easily. on like official hardware, because like I don't know why, I just have trouble emulating games. I always feel like I run into weird stutters and stuff. Anyway, that is the final green power star. You got a hidden star, treasure of the pyramid, dusty dune galaxy. You increased your starbit count. You've managed to recover all of the green power stars and restore the green launch star. Even I don't know what's waiting for you out there beyond the green launch star. Oh joy. Anyway, give us our final Luigi letter. You have a hacked PS2 you need to use more? Yeah, same. Well, why did they say same? I don't have a PS2 period, what? God, I'm weird sometimes, the way I just am like, same! Then I'm like, wait a minute. Whoa, 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 that does not actually apply to me. Does not like me for real. I'm silly, apparently. Anyway, I'm debating if we should just go fight Bowser now, actually. I have a plan. It's a dumb plan, but I have a plan. First of all, let's actually get the 3rd star here. Sometimes I'll just say stuff about, like... I'll just say same, or just like me for real. You can't believe stars are on the planet after you transfer all your stars to the DS version, what? I don't think I understand that reference. Ah, okay. Like, I was having a conversation the other day about, like, needing male... like... male validation, basically. That's a hard context, or hard conversation to explain. Oh, I just realized something. This isn't the tower rising, it's the planet falling. That's really interesting. I never noticed that before. Cool. Got both. First try. But like, during this conversation, at one point I'm like, yeah, just like me for real. And I'm like, wait a minute, that's not like me for real. It's like the absolute opposite. I'm Sapphic. The DS hoax video? Oh. I have not seen that, actually. That doesn't surprise me, there's so many hoax videos. Anyway, this planet is small and gradually increasing in size. So we want to... oh god, I kind of screwed that up, didn't I? Ah! Oh, I really botched this, didn't I? Oh, thank goodness, one barely was collected. I thought I missed it. It's a classic? I'll have to look that up sometime then. Anyway, I have this gong show of a star. I have no clue how this is gonna go. Alrighty, so the gimmick of this is we need to make the planet rise up and then lure a bullet bill to the star. If I get this first try, I'll be very impressed. Wow, we got the first try. Damn. Normally I struggle with that, but neat. Cool, cool. I'm also gonna be lazy and not move the platform back down. I'm just gonna try to collect it like this, because I'm silly like that. I'm a little craggy like that. Piece of cake, okay. See, no problem. Piece o' cake. Okay. Next up on the itinerary, I want to get ready for endgame. So I'm going to get the star in Bowser's Dark Matter plant. And we'll worry about the rest of the bedroom probably next stream at the rate things are going. Darkness on the horizon. Yeah, like, I often just reflexively will say same. Or just like me for real. It's like, I really need to stop that as a vocal tick, because a lot of times I say, like, I agree to things that are definitely not true. Hello, Luma. There are a bunch of traps here too, just be careful of the gravity. Alrighty. You know, a game I really want to do for Fox Girls Favorites is actually Project Diva F. The problem is that game's only on PS3, and I had the thought of what if I just do all the songs in Mega Mix instead, but just, you know, do the songs that would be in that game, but do them in Mega Mix. And I actually kind of can't, because like one of them isn't in Mega Mix, at least in the same form. It's a different like chart and music video. So like I actually wouldn't be able to do that. By the way, there's actually stuff up here, it's just coins though. I can't believe how much you don't like... How much you don't like women, huh? I'm confused. I'm very confused. Also posted it twice, I assume that's a mobile issue. Silly, just like... Oh, okay, I got it. Twitch is a very functional platform on mobile, as always. And in general. Alrighty. Just gonna hop, skip, and jump over here. 46 lives, damn, can't wait to lose them all when we like beat the final boss and have to reload the save. You tried to trick me? Wow, how rude. Okay. Piece of cake, right? Yeah, we're good. Ah, Luigi's jump is very high. Don't like that, actually. Almost just jumped straight into the dark matter. Okay. So now what we want to do is carefully rotate around this block, basically. To match up with the arrows. Like so. Nope, nope, nope. Get down. Alright. Wow, this is really swirly. That's a nice effect, actually. Hi. Use the stairs here. Cool. Might as well pick this up while we're here. We got this Luma here. Thanks a lot. Wow, this is elegant platforming as I stumble on every stair. What? It's you! That's it, Luigi. I'm gonna stomp you into space bits. Different than star bits, apparently. Hi, the one guy. Welcome on in. Thank you for the head pats. Everyone's been head patting me so much today. It's been very nice. So now Bowser has his own spin attack. But otherwise the fight is largely unchanged. One of my favorite details of Mario Galaxy is the dynamic music that changes, like, when you can deal damage, basically. Like, the chorus picks up, or like kicks in when Bowser is actually, like, in a vulnerable state. Which actually feels kind of backwards. In a way, the chorus almost makes it seem more ominous, and it's like, you'd think it would actually get less ominous when he's just spinning around the level with his tail on fire. So 2 spins, and break. I'm also on fire, but it's fine. It's all good. Done. And now one more phase, presumably. Does he spin 3 times? I forget, actually. It's a lot of fire. Dodge all the nonsense he's throwing at us here. And then bait him once again. Shoot. Luckily you just immediately jump back into that phase, that attack cycle, so you don't have to like sit through the whole thing again. You know, something I was thinking about Fox Girls Favorites is Is this the last Mario game actually on the list? I'm actually trying to think now, and it might be. I'm genuinely trying to think now if there's another Mario game on the list. Not that I don't like Odyssey, for example. Wahahaha, not bad. I guess I chose the right guy to be my arch enemy. At least you always put up a fight. But it's too bad for you, because my master plan is almost complete. Tough luck, Luigi. And that is another Grand Star for our collection. Nice. So this should power up the engine room, which there is a Grand Star in the engine room, but it only unlocks an optional section of the observatory, so it's not really as dependent on like story progress. You can basically skip ahead to do other things, like the main story conclusion, essentially. That was a really weird way to word that, I realize. My brain is slightly melty, I think, today. Yeah, there's one more dome, but there's no real major things in it, so it's fine. Now we also get shortcuts to the upper level, and we can actually make other shortcuts too, if we activate them. Alrighty, Galaxy complete. Again, there's no pranks or comments for boss levels. And yeah, that's the engine room, all unlocked. We have ascertained the location of your special one. Please take a look at the circle by your feet. That number represents the power stars you need to reach the center of the universe. That number will decrease with each power star you recover. And when it reaches 0, the common observatory will regain full power and fly as a starship again. And then we will be able to reach the center of the universe. Voila. So, next up on the list, let's go help Luigi one more time. Squish the fop. Why am I being squished right now? Anyhow, so this one's a little bit flexible. You can do it in either mission 1 or 2. Weirdly enough, I think the game points you to mission 1, but it's actually easier to do in mission 2. It's like kind of backwards that way. The reason I say this is you can just do this. Nope, not that one. But in mission 1 you'd have to get the bee costume and fly up, but in mission 2 you just go up here. And then go across. Actually, it's probably comparable in terms of overall difficulty and amount of work put in to get this. Like, it's not that different. Just getting the bee suit and then flying over here. Gotta knock him down, and that's literally the mission. Ow, 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 ow. Oh, hey, me. I hid because of that big scary bug. Let's get that power star and go home. Again, very easy. Some of these stars are like, damn, that's all there is to it? And it's like, yeah. Let's grab that power star and let's head back. So, this is the final power star that Luigi helps us to get. And again, it's Luigi in both. To me, it's kind of weird. I kind of wish they changed it to like Mario, instead of just having it be Luigi either way. So you end up with 2 Luigis. So, again, kind of a weird choice in my opinion, but oh well. Anyway, time to suffer. The trial galaxies merely reflect your own abilities. You may find great joy or great disappointment. You may try 3 types of trials. If you truly are the one who can save the universe, you will pass them all. And finally, the doorway to the trial galaxies has been restored. May the light of the cosmos be with you, brave challenger. Alrighty, let's pick a poison. Let's do blue first. Want to go to the Loop-de-Swoop galaxy? Yeah, okay then. So, these are 3 gimmick level, very hard galaxies. The galaxy's greatest wave. These are very challenging. If I get through them all first try, I'll be very surprised. Part of me almost wanted to run a prediction, actually, but I forgot. To be honest, I just totally spaced it out. Tilt to turn. You can adjust race speed with B. You're an old pro at race surfing, right? We'll see. You again back for more race surfing? This course is a monster. You sure you want to try? Okay, you got 3 minutes to get back here. Stay calm and just enjoy the surf. Again, I'm a little craggy sometimes. I'm using a pro controller for this, which apparently was very confusing last time. But it's what I'm actually used to. Like, genuinely, you just kind of tilt it left and right. And you, like, flick it upwards to jump. Or you can probably press X or Y now that I think about it. You got 3 minutes, right? So that's... yeah, you can press X to jump here, or Y. So that's not too bad. But yeah, no way to use analog for these, unfortunately. That'd actually make them too easy, I think. You actually have, like, decent control. Realizing that the only version of these that would have, like, traditional controls would be the NVIDIA Shield version, which there does exist an NVIDIA Shield version of Mario Galaxy 1. It doesn't run great from what I gather, though. Oddly enough, Twilight Princess also was on NVIDIA Shield. I can't remember if it's the GameCube version or the Wii version, actually. Damn. Alrighty, attempt number 2. If you couldn't control the speed, yeah, that would be a way to equalize. The problem is, I'm a little disappointed actually. Normally I get through this one first try and struggle on the other two. So I was really hoping to get through this one a lot more easily. The good old streamer curse, as they say. They give you so many 1-ups, it's like they know you're gonna die a bunch on these. The one thing I will give these over, like, Sunshine special stages is, like the, you know, the Poison River. The one nice thing about this is the trial galaxies are really easy to access, so even if you get a game over, they're really easy to hop back into. Okay. But with Sunshine, it's a case of, it's such a ordeal just to get back to where you were. Alrighty, I'm gonna take it slow. We got... wait, that's the end, never mind. Wow, okay. We died at the literal end of the course. Cool. That's my favorite thing in the world. Wow, a 1:02.78 race time. Nice, that is not an easy time to get on this course. Well, hey, everyone wants to see you, so drop in and say hello. It is true, there's actually more to do here if you so desire. There's now a, there's now a sling star over there. You can actually use this to look around. Nice! You're incredible. That must impress... wait, what? That must impress the princesses. Suppose so. Yeah, you got a little victory lap here of just getting to go around and getting a lot of star bits. Now that's some crazy skill. Let's get all the star bits. Ooh, pumpkin pie, hell yeah. I don't have much experience with pie, I'll be real. Even as a kid, and before I went gluten-free, I still didn't eat pie that often, to be honest. Also, don't die here, because then, like, you'd have to probably do the race again. So, yeah, be careful. I don't know if we'll get through the last two before the ad break, actually. Guess we'll find out. You didn't know that Sling Star existed? Yeah, I only learned about that recently. Galaxy complete. 17 coins, god damn it. Sometimes you can't move while the game's auto-saving. It's very interesting how this version of the game works. Also, I think I want to do this one next. Want to go to the Rolling Gizmo Galaxy? Actually, that is not the one I wanted to do next, but we're here now. Gotta do them all anyway. None of them will be a good place to pause when we hit the ad break. Gizmos, Gears, and Gadgets. The 3 Gs. This one is also very difficult. I do like this remix of the athletic theme. Mario 3 is my favorite classic Mario, though again, I respect that World is arguably better. The sign probably just refreshes you on the controls, but it's fine. I know what I'm doing. So yeah, for this, we have to hold the controller like... So again, the way it visualizes the charging port is facing like upwards. So that is a neutral position. The thing is, if you think this is bad, you should see Galaxy 2. Galaxy 2 has some ridiculous rolling ball sequences. There's one where you have to like do a almost frame perfect jump to get a green star. It is not fun. It's probably one of the worst green stars in Galaxy 2. Actual, like, hell to try to get that one. Alright, I do like how for the rolling ball levels, the music speeds up depending on how fast you're going. I think... Ah! Okay, we're alive. But I think that's a really cool detail. Like, that's just a really nice little bit of environmental design. Having it speed up and slow down. So like it speeds up a lot when you go off these little ramps here. These are very hard to collect. Cool. Again, the cursor works on the rolling ball stages, but not the Manta stages for some reason. Okay. So this is the annoying part of the level. As if the rest of the level wasn't the annoying part. But we have to carefully drop onto this little gray block and ride it up. Let's go, first try. At least I got one first try on the Trial Galaxies. I'm happy about that. I'm not holding my breath on first try for the last one, to be real. Last one's kind of annoying. Yeah, 2 down, 1 to go. And only 1 more star to go until we can access the center of the universe too. So off we go once again to this little planetoid. That was yellow, right? So next up is green. Wanna go to the Bubble Blast Galaxy? No, not really, but we have to. This is a 100% playthrough, by the way. I think I did say that last stream, but just to reiterate. The Electric Labyrinth. So yeah, I do want to get all 121 power stars. That is a lot to take in. This level kind of sucks. This starting bit is annoying because you have to do this in 1 checkpoint. And fighting the final boss immediately or waiting until more stars. I'm gonna fight the boss immediately because that prompts more prankster comets to appear. Like the purple coins don't actually show up until after. So for the sake of speeding up this playthrough in that regard, and also just so I don't have to fight the final boss like really close together. Because you have to fight the final boss again once you get to 120 in order to actually access the bonus thing. Yeah, just to spread it out a little bit. This is also, like, this is probably the worst to do with a Pro Controller, actually. Just because it's a little unwieldy trying to, like, use a Pro Controller as, like, a pointer. You know, if I was smart, I would have swapped the Joy-Cons, like, last stream. But, I didn't want to bother. Third segment. So yeah, we're just gonna go clockwise for the sake of ease. Yeah, the bubble can get pinched, so be careful about that. Alright. Next up is this one, I think. Yeah. Taking it slow and steady. Fair. Cool. And finally this one. Oh, that was easy. How do we get back is the question. You actually can't go straight back. There's a bit of a lip to it. So you actually do have to go around. I'm keeping my finger well away from the ZL button so I don't ground pound by accident, because that breaks the bubble. Alright, home stretch for the Trial Galaxies. Fair. The recommendation I have is go relatively fast so the bullet bills can't catch up. But certain segments are designed to not go fast in. Like little timed platforms that make you slow down. Increase your chances of getting hurt. I'm also not worrying about star bits for obvious reasons. Because I want to live. Cool. Again, they give you basically a life loop in a lot of these, just because it's like they know these are hard levels. They're not that mean. Just kinda mean. Oh my god, second, like what? That was first try. So yeah, we got all of them first try except the one I usually get first try. Cool. I mean, I'll take it. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm very impressed by that, I'll be real. You've discovered a new galaxy. The Common Observatory has full power, now it can fly through the cosmos again. Big ol' Zero. It's time. Do you want to go to the location of your special one at the center of the universe? Let's go! Alright then, off we go. I never really thought about the design, how the different pieces like come off and like reform. There's a warp field inside the castle. Go, they're inside, hurry. Apparently can make a little pathway for us. There's a UFO from the opening, yeah, it's like the only other place it shows up. And off we go to the final battle. We're not gonna get very far in this level, we got like 2 minutes until the ads start. But the Bowser's Galaxy Reactor, the fate of the universe. Again, a little bit, it's gonna be anticlimactic when we do the other boss galaxies. It's fine. But yeah, final level, for the main story at least. Mama says this fight isn't just for us, it's also about saving a special one. Please be careful, whatever you do, don't fail. No pressure. The spotlights have their own gravity, try sticking to them. You can be very fancy if you want and try to skip things, if you so desire. I'm not gonna be that fancy, I've died here multiple times trying to be fancy. Yeah, we still have at least one stream. Well, we at least have 2 streams of this game after this. At the pace we're going, because we're getting about like 30 stars per stream, but I think we're gonna have to push a little bit long, or potentially do an extra stream just because I think we're gonna run into a problem of like the purple coin stars just taking a bit. Then have to also refight the final boss again, because you have to do this again once you actually get the 120. Which is not my favorite thing, and again, like every game does this for some reason. Like 3D Land does it, I think. No, 3D World doesn't. This is like the worst one to have to pause on, but we're gonna pause here. And yeah, fight Bowser in a moment. Hello, I've returned. Also worth noting that today in North America is actually the 8th anniversary of the release of Xenoblade 2. God, bleh, I don't like that. That's a lot of time flying. Just like existential crisis at that being 8 years ago. Anyway, let's jump back over here. And we are good to go. So, let's go save the universe. Again, that was a very awkward place to pause in the middle of the level. Not remotely stressful at all, having to, like, suddenly course correct there, but we made it. We're fine. And now we have the fun part. This little 2D... Nope, I forgot the sand part. It's course and rough against everywhere. Cool. So yeah, basically we're just trying to use the little... okay, cool. Neat. I'm making interesting sounds this stream. Normally I don't panic this much playing a game. Especially a game I'm very familiar with. Back to gaming. Yeah, the Y in gaming is very important, obviously. The funny part with this section is I almost always just tank a hit here. Just, it's faster. I say it's faster, that did not seem that fast. You're not able to sympathize with feeling, with everyone feeling old and things when reflecting on anniversaries and other things. Age is just a number. That's fair. For me, it's more of like... 2017 was a year. TM. So that being that long ago is just kind of interesting to me from that perspective of like... that's a problem. That is a big problem. Okay, we're alive. Cool. But yeah, it's... wow. The, like, heat effect is, like, only on the lower portion of the screen. So it looks like a giant line was going through the screen. That was really weird. I didn't notice that on my previous, you know, playthrough. Yeah, it's more just reflecting on how far I've come kind of thing than anything, I would say. Hi, Bowser Jr. We didn't fight your other minion. Looking for Princess Peach? Too bad, because she's with me. Did they change the lip sync for that? I don't think they did. Anyway. Bowser looks so scaly in this version. Like, high-res Galaxy Bowser's like... high-res Galaxy Bowser can't hurt you. High-res Galaxy Bowser isn't real. It's just kind of my feeling on it. It's like, it's weird. It's like uncanny seeing Bowser this high-rendered and, or like, high-res in a Wii game. Ostensibly. Finally, you got here just in time to see the creation of my galaxy in the center of the universe. Watch and weep. Yeah. Uh-huh. From this galaxy, I'll rule a great galactic empire with Peach by my side. It'll last forever. I will rule every pitiful corner of the universe. So, Luigi, as you can see, I got big plans, and stomping you is at the top of my list. Final battle time. Again, it'll make some of the other things we'll see later on a little bit anticlimactic, but it's fine. Funny, I was watching Star play the game recently. I actually learned something about the next phase that I didn't actually know before. Like, literally in like, what? 18 years, it never occurred to me to like, be able to speed up the next phase of the fight, like, genuinely. So yeah, this is the boulder mechanic, so we have to like time our spin to actually hit Bowser. Ah, that was very narrow timing there. Almost missed the frame window. But yeah, here, like Bowser will curl up into a ball and like roll around. I always thought you had to wait until he rolled up into the ball before you could actually hit him. No, you can just hit him straight up. We NSO, so there's a fourth way to play. Oh my god. Yeah, like, you can just skip the ball part if you, like, if he's close enough to one of the little, like, plant things. Yeah, you can't hit him out of that like that. Voila, piece of cake. It's a slightly anticlimactic final boss. As much as I do enjoy this final boss, it's not that hard. Hope they remake it. See, I feel like this version holds up pretty well now. Alright, so this is the same fight we've been doing, except now we can't cheese the spike ball part. We just have to actually ride it out. But he will try to stomp on us as he has before. The song is amazing. This is probably one of my favorite final boss themes. From a mainline Mario game. That's a whole discussion I don't want to get into. But it's like I'm realizing my phrasing. If we're talking non-mainline Mario games, what would actually be my favorite boss fight? That's actually a good question. I'm trying to come up with an answer for. Like, genuinely, I don't know what answer I'd give. Probably, it might actually be like Thousand Door Super Paper Mario. Like, those final bosses are both very good in different ways. Come on. It's just being a little pain here. There we go. And that's GG, never mind. This is GG. Got a little ahead of myself, but it's fine. And you know, as you do, Bowser's just gonna fly into the sun. It's fine, he'll be fine. Yeah, no, he like literally falls into the sun. It's like, how does he live? How does he survive that? Weirdly enough, I always love this effect here, when the Grand Star pops out, and the little, like, thing is reforming. I mean, that's the same for Bowser breaking it too, but it's just, like, such a satisfying effect. The little, like, shield reforming. But there we go, final required Grand Star, because there is still one more Grand Star to collect. I always thought Luigi was saying star when picking up a Grand Star, which is like very funny to me for some reason. Giant Luigi versus Giant Bowser. Yeah, that's a good one. That's like Dream Team, I think. Yeah, we saved the princess and nothing bad's going to happen whatsoever. No, my galaxy, my empire, this can't be happening. Yeah, he's just kind of perched on this, like, sun that's about to explode, as you do. So yeah, hey, now it's a black hole, so now we have a problem. You hear the baby stars? These newborns will grow up to become galaxies someday. When stars die, they turn to stardust and scatter across the cosmos. Eventually, that stardust reforms to create a new star, and so the cycle of life continues. But the cycle never repeats itself in quite the same way. So, you'll see. And everyone's here. And Bowser Jr. was like partying on the boat, and like Bee Queen, Dino Piranha's just here for some reason. Yes, all new life carries the essence of stars. Even all of you.
Welcome! Welcome, new galaxies!
This might be my I don't know, it's a tough call nowadays. This might be one of my favorite endings in like a mainline Mario game, but like Odyssey's is pretty good. It's kind of interesting, the concept of this game, because essentially, you know, people always debate Galaxy 2. It's like, oh, it's just like retconning Mario Galaxy 1. But it's like, they literally have to remake the universe, so is it really a retcon at that point? And I almost feel like, as I think about it more, I think Galaxy 2 is less disconnected from Galaxy 1 than a lot make it out to be. But again, it's just because the universe got reset, so some things are recurring, basically. But like rearranged, because the galaxies aren't... The universe isn't quite the same as it was prior. That just might be me, like, looking for explanations where they just wanted to make a game with less story and didn't want to think about it as much, so let's just do another Star Festival. But yeah, genuinely one of my favorite 3D Mario games still. Again, I love Odyssey, I love Sunshine. I respect 64. More than love 64, just because, god, that game is rough. 3D Land and 3D World are fun, but just don't hit the same, because they're just kind of like 2D Marios in a 3D space, so like story and presentation isn't as good. But yeah, Galaxy, Sunshine, and Odyssey I think have my favorite presentation. We're putting off the storybook for another stream, we're doing it tonight. Because of the bonus chapter, I think that's unlocked after doing 2 purple coin missions, we might not have time for it tonight. We might start with it next time, or actually I might save it for the end. And then they made the second storybook for Galaxy 2, yeah, and that, I feel like there's implications with Galaxy 2, where it's like, yeah, I think they're trying to retroactively connect the lore to each other, which is kind of weird, actually, if you think about it. Like, genuinely, it's like, oh, it only took them 15 years to be like, maybe we should actually have, like, more direct through lines through these two games. It's like, yeah, you don't say. I love the song. I love Galaxy 2's credits song. It's genuinely phenomenal. Galaxy, I think, has, like, one of my favorite soundtracks in the 3D Mario. Most of the levels are really fun. There aren't really that many I don't like. Galaxy 2 is a different story, because there's a lot in Galaxy 2 that's like, yeah, no, this level can go to hell, because god, that game is, like, designed interestingly compared to Galaxy 1. Again, I'd be down for a Galaxy 2 playthrough at some point on the stream. I'd probably make it a Donut incentive because, I'm not exactly chomping at the bit to play Galaxy 2, mostly because of, like, how hard the endgame gets. It's also really long, too. It's much longer and much harder than Galaxy 1, to the point of, like, I would hesitate to do Galaxy 2, unless for, like, a special occasion, I would consider it. Wow, these credits feel short, actually, compared to, like, modern games. One other thing, we didn't even see that yet. I don't know if that's supposed to be like a tease in case you hadn't seen it, but either way.
Thank you for playing my game.
You're welcome, Luigi. One nice thing about this version, they actually credit the development teams of the original and the ports separately. This is not something Nintendo does very often. Quite commonly, they only credit the porting studio. For example, all the Pikmin games on Switch, they just say, like, you know, thanks to the original staff, but don't actually list the original staff. So again, I don't know why they do it for this game, but not so many others, but how if I know. A purple comet has appeared. So yeah, that's why I wanted to do this right away, so we can actually unlock the purple comets and just get the show on the road with that, because that's gonna take a bit. Oh, that actually does count as a star. That's 60, we're at 61 now. Welcome back. I knew you would return eventually. Please look down at your feet. Another counter, great. This number you see represents the number of power stars you need to access another world. Whether you succeed or fail, just attempting the challenge will show something about your character. That's actually a good philosophy, I think. I don't know, maybe I'm reading too much into it. But it's like, I don't know, that feels like a good philosophy, to be like... You know... Just trying is a lot. Like, it says something, kinda. Anyway, time to suffer. Because now we have to intersperse the purple coins into everything. Purple comet in orbit. Purple coin omelet. This one's easy. There's like no risk to this one. It's just confusing because you have to visit all the different planetoids, and it's very easy to forget which ones you've already gone to. The one nice thing in this level in particular, and other levels too, is once you use a launch star, it'll actually have a line showing the route for it, so you can very easily tell which launch stars you've already used. So like, I don't know if they want us to do this first or second, actually, but there's a lot of purple coins along these paths here. So we'll have to do another sweep in a bit to get the remaining ones. But yeah, from what I understand of the new storybook chapter, you have to beat this level to unlock purple coins in general, and then beat one more. So, yeah. Yeah, like the ending is surprising and emotional too. Very high stakes. One of the most high stakes endings to a Mario game. You know, with the universe ending, that makes sense, but... Again, it's very interesting. We have not used this launch star yet. I assume that's the last 10. Yep. Wow, that was really fast, actually. Maybe we do have time to do the storybook tonight, because goddamn, that was easy. And actually, this takes us right where we need to be. Wow, that was like the perfect run of that. Sometimes I surprise myself, like, damn, maybe I'm actually good at video games sometimes. Maybe I can lock in. Yeah, basically the main 2 galaxies in the world will now have purple comets interspersed. A new chapter is been added to the storybook. Maybe it is only the one. Oh. Well, in that case, we, I guess, could do the storybook. The only problem is I don't know how long it'll take. Yeah, that should actually be it, right? Unless there's another I'm not thinking of. Oh, pain. Fear and pain. I want to get this one out of the way. I'm dreading this one. I should talk to Toad. I really should talk to Toad first, because, again, he gives us 20 lives, right? The male Toad? It's like, I should probably do this, huh? Given that the next star is a lot. Yeah, for some reason Luigi gets 21 ups. Despite being the harder mode, they do give you more of a buffer there. But yeah, basically they'll alternate 2 different sets of purple comets usually, so sometimes it can actually be difficult to get them to line up in a way where you can conveniently get them. Yeah, I should just have been fancy. I say as I whiff it anyway. The funny part with Fox Girl's favorites is I'm waffling on the list again. I'm still not 100% locked in on some of the next games. Yep, gonna rip this band-aid off right now, because I don't like this one. You know how I was just saying, it's like, yeah, most levels in Galaxy 1 are pretty nice, there aren't too many that suck. I immediately am eating my words. Purple coins in the bone pen. So, important disclaimer with this star, there are more than 100 coins here. You do not need to get every coin here. I don't know how obvious the game makes it, actually. Like, I assume the toads tell you, it's just who talks to them. Because you're in a hurry, you got a minute. Yeah, this is gonna take a few tries. I can already tell this is gonna take a few tries. I'm not exactly doing great here. The star appears in the middle. Again, the time limit does not stop by getting the coins you need, so you have to keep moving. That sucks. Cool. So yeah, I'm gonna try to stay as close to the center of the level as I can. To try to be as close to the star when it actually spawns in. I say as I'm actually going very far away from it. It's fine. God. 3 seconds. Let's go. First try. Alright, proud of that one. Very proud of that one. Hot dang. Yeah, maybe it is just the one to unlock Trial Storybook, so I guess we'll do that tonight. Well, time to cry again. Let's pop into Mama's library.
Let us begin.
The physical storybook just came out. I kind of meant to get it, but I forgot. So, Chapter 1, The Celestial Duo. Our story begins a very, very long time ago with a young girl. One day, this girl spotted a rusted spaceship holding a small star child. "What's your name? Are you lost?" the girl asked the star child. "I'm Luma and I'm waiting for Mama. She's coming for me on a comet," said the star child, who had been waiting day and night. "Don't worry, I'll wait with you," the little girl promised Luma. At At nightfall, the little girl borrowed her father's telescope and peered into the sky. She looked and looked, but she saw nothing. Hours turned into days, and then years. But still, the sky revealed nothing. Finally, the little girl sighed and said to Luma, "If we stay here looking for much longer, I'll be an old lady soon." But then she had an idea. "Why don't we go out there and find your mother ourselves?" The girl and Luma fixed up the rusty spaceship, and then the two set sail into the starry sky, and this is how the search for the celestial mother began. Chapter 2: Starbits. Days passed with no sight of the comet or even a single planet. Instead, asteroids extended for as far as the eye could see. "If I had known it was going to take this long, I would have packed more jam," said the little girl above the rumble of her belly. Before they left, she had packed all the essentials: telescope, butterfly net, stuffed bunny, bread, milk, jam, and apricot-flavored tea, but... "I forgot to bring water!" At this, Luma burst into gales of laughter, and the girl began to pout. "As long as I have starbits, I'll be fine. Want some?" The little girl couldn't stay mad after hearing this. Luma continued to laugh, and the girl couldn't help but join in. "Alright, maybe just a nibble." Leaning far out of the ship, the pair began to collect starbits with the girl's net. They almost fell out a few times, but they kept on collecting. The starbits tasted like honey. Chapter 3: The Comet. A beam of light pierced through the ship's window. Thinking it was the morning sun, the girl peered through the window, only to find a turquoise-blue comet shimmering at her. The little girl shook the sleeping Luma awake and shouted excitedly, "We have to get to that comet!" The pair descended on the comet and found that it was made of ice. They looked high and low, but Luma's mother was nowhere to be found. Exhausted, the little girl sat down with a flop, utterly unable to take another step. "Look!" Peering down at the icy ground where Luma was pointing, the girl suddenly noticed clusters of starbits encased in the ice. "Pretty good, huh? Finding starbits is my specialty," said Luma, beaming. "There's ice here, but it's so warm. I'll bet there's water here too." The two decided to stay on the comet for a while. Riding the turquoise comet, the pair continued their search for Luma's mother. Chapter 4: The Dream. One night, the girl dreamed about her own mother. "Where are you going?" she asked her mother's retreating back. Without turning, her mother replied, "Don't fret, dearest. I'm not going anywhere. I'm always watching over you, like the sun in the day and the moon in the night." A wave of sadness washed over the girl. "What about when it rains and I can't see the sun or the moon?" Her mother thought for a moment before responding. "I will turn to a star in the clouds and wait for your tears to dry." When she awoke, the girl's face was damp with tears. "You have starbits in your eyes," said Luma to the girl. Wiping her face, the girl replied, "These are tears, not starbits. I'm crying because I'll never see my mother ever again." At this, Luma began to cry too. "Mama, oh mama, wah!" The pair traveled through the starry skies, and though they encountered many other comets, not one of them held Luma's mother. Luma was despondent. Now, Luma, the rain clouds won't go away if you keep crying," the girl said, giving Luma a squeeze. "I'll give you a present if you stop." The girl gently closed her eyes and said gently, "I'll take care of you." With these words, she felt a small spark in her heart. Chapter 5: Home. "The kitchen will go here, and the library will go over there," the girl said busily to herself. "We'll put the gate here." Ever since the girl took Luma under her care, she'd been bustling about at a feverish pace. It's a lot of work, but it's worth it to make a happy home. It turned out that starbits weren't the only thing buried in the ice. There were tools and furniture unlike any they had ever seen, and the girl used them to build a home. Looking at the completed house, Luma remarked, "Don't you think it's awfully big for just the two of us? With a library, bedroom, kitchen, fountain, and gate, it was certainly spacious, but still, something seemed to be missing." "If only my father, brother, and mother were here," the girl said wistfully. Indeed, the house was too large for its two small residents. That night, clutching her favorite stuffed bunny close to her heart, the girl fell asleep in the starship. Chapter 6: Friends. Then one day, while the girl sat sipping tea, a tiny apricot-colored planet appeared on the horizon. From the same planet, another Luma of the same color emerged. "Do you two know each other?" the girl asked the Lumas, gleefully. Despite the girl's excitement, they seemed uneasy. The two Lumas neither drew closer nor backed away from each other. Instead, they just stared. Then one Luma broke the silence. "My mama." At once, the apricot Luma parroted back, "My mama, my mama. My mama, my mama." The two Lumas began to dance around the girl frantically, and neither showed any sign of stopping. The girl was so charmed by this adorable scene that she couldn't help but laugh, and that's when something very strange happened. Suddenly, more Lumas began to pop out from the apricot planet. They were different colors, but they all shouted the same thing, "My mama, my mama." The sight of all the shouting Lumas only made the girl laugh harder. "What am I going to do with all these children?" The Lumas just stared blankly as she doubled over laughing. "I guess we'll have to name each and every one of you." Tomorrow, when she had finished naming them all, she would begin moving all the Lumas into the new house. Chapter 7: The Telescope. After seeing the 100th comet, a sudden thought popped into the girl's head. "I wonder if my home planet is still as blue as it was." That's when she remembered her father's telescope. Peeking into the telescope, a tiny blue dot floated into sight. It was smaller than a starbit. "How strange, it's so far away, but it feels so close." She twisted the knob of the telescope and the blue dot grew until she could make out a grassy hill dotted with flowers. It seemed very familiar to her. Zooming out even closer, a terrace on the hill came into view. "I used to go stargazing there when I lived on my home planet." She remembered rubbing the sleep out of her eyes as she followed her father up that hill to look at the stars. She remembered how she and her brother would sled down that hill. She remembered having picnics with her mother on that hill on bright and windy days. And "I want to go home. I want to go home right now." The girl burst into tears, and the Lumas didn't know what to do. "I want to go home. I want to go back to my house by the hill. I want to see my mother." The girl was shouting now, her face wet with tears. "But I know she's not there. I knew that all along. Knew all along that she wasn't out there in the sky. Because... she's sleeping under the tree on the hill." The girl's cries echoed through the stars, and a hush fell over the area. Chapter 8: The Wish. Though usually quite cheery, one day the girl became sad again. Luma drew close and tried to comfort her. "Mama, you still have me. And don't be sad about your mama, because she's a part of you. That means she's always close by. It's like me, I love starbits because they remind me of my mama." "No, no," the girl said, unable to stop the tears. A lonely look flickered across Luma's face, but it was soon replaced by a wide grin. "I have an idea. I will transform into a comet, a soaring comet that can carry you all on this journey." With that, Luma, trailing bands of white, soared high into the sky, and just as quickly started to plummet back down. Kaboom, kablam! The ground shook, and a bright light poured out of the crater that the Luma had created. The bands of light twisted together to form a comet tail, and then Luma emerged, reborn as a comet. The girl could scarcely believe her eyes. But how? She kept asking. Our destiny as Lumas is to transform into different things, said a red Luma who had suddenly appeared. Stars, comets, planets, we can become all of these things. When I grow up, I want to become a star that makes someone special smile, said a green Luma. A blue Luma chimed in. That Luma turned into a real cutie of a comet, didn't he? All of the Lumas together said, "No more crying, Mama." "Thank you," said the girl in a whisper, and she pulled the Lumas close and hugged them. From that day on, starbits no longer fell from the girl's eyes. The comet set forth for the girl's home planet, its long tail blazing proudly behind it. Final chapter, Family. With its many lumas and telescopes, the comet was quite a sight to behold. The girl and the lumas were proud to call it home. At a welcoming party for a new luma, the girl gathered everyone in the kitchen and said in a louder voice than usual, "Alright everyone, let's make a cake sprinkled with star bits. There will be a star cake." The lumas excitedly began to gather the ingredients. As she watched the lumas scurry about, the girl smiled and thought to herself, "This is my family now. I will stay with them until they're ready to leave the nest. When they do leave, I'll see them off with a smile, because that's what makes a mother happiest." That night, when the girl lay down to sleep, a soft light enveloped her and reminded her of the blue planet she once called home. But it would be nice to return home once every 100 years to nap in my favorite sleeping nook. The comet, carrying the lumas and the girl, continues on its journey to this very day. With more family members in tow than can be counted, it's said that the comet visits the girl's home planet once every 100 years, its proud white tail glittering in the sky. The end. Except, bonus material, epilogue, good night. Though it was time to sleep, the Lumas were so excited that even a bedtime story couldn't calm them down. What's this new world gonna be like? Hope it's wilder than the last. Mama, I'm scared. Can you sleep in your bed? The girl picked up her guitar, sat on the bed, and began plucking out a lullaby. The Lumas surrounded her, jostling for the best spots to hear her play. The calming tones of the music echoed through the bedroom and beckoned them to sleep. Good night, my dears. But the once noisy Lumas had already slipped into the world of dreams. The girl placed the guitar near her pillow and then laid down on the bed. The girl would soon join the Lumas in their slumber as their comet traveled towards planets on journeys all their own. When next they woke, they would continue their search for the birthplace of the Lumas. As the girl drifted off to sleep, she thought, "It's so exciting to meet new people. It can be a little scary, but that's part of what makes it fun. Greeting old friends can be just as exciting. Maybe next time I'll visit an entirely new world." Goodbye to those we met on this journey. I will cherish the memories forever. And to those we will meet on the next journey, hello. May the stars shine down on you. Good night. With the Lumas and the girl on board, the comet hurtled through the starry skies, chasing the light to a new journey. The end. The end for real this time.
That's all.
That's all. My story is finished. I like this a lot, as you may be able to guess. Rosaline. My voice is kind of giving out. There's a reason why Rosalina is one of my favorite characters. Very much a character that means a lot to me to this day. Do we have time to do the B purple coin? We're kind of pushing it on time. We could push long in order to get this done, but Got 15 minutes, we'll give it a try. The green Luma is so real, yeah. I almost took a screenshot. The Honey Hive's purple coins. Yeah, genuinely Rosalina is my favorite Mario character. For the longest time in multiplayer games I'd play as Yoshi. But now, whenever she's available in the game, I'll play as Rosalina. Genuinely, a fascinating character to me, though again, there's the argument that can be made that her overexposure in games now kind of does diminish some of the mystique of her character. Personally, I don't care that much. Yeah, genuinely, I love the storybook. Again, oddly enough, the physical version doesn't have the new chapter. It's literally only what was in the original. As in the physical. But again, I kind of want to pick that up at some point, just because I love Mario Galaxy. This game means so much to me. To me, there's... Well, first of all, to get into the story, wasn't expecting it to hit so hard, yeah. The new chapter is very good, and I would say the stuff for Galaxy 2 is also very good, too. And also has very bizarre lore implications too, but we'll save that for if I eventually play Galaxy 2. I took a nice nap, but welcome back, son. You missed the storybook, and thus chat and me being very, like, emotional at the moment. Hope you're doing well though, son. Yeah, my voice is a little froggy from that. So yeah, we're just in the post-game now. We're doing the purple coins in the Honey Hive Kingdom. This might be our last star for today, depending on how long this takes. I mean, timing-wise, we're in a weird, awkward spot where if I don't want to push past a 3-hour stream, it's gonna be really awkward trying to time manage some of these. Yeah, we got a little bit over 60 stars, so we are trending at about 30 per stream. Though again, with the purple coins, on average, I think they will... Yeah, don't like that. Don't like that. Cool. Have I ever mentioned I'm not the biggest fan of playing as Luigi in this game, because he is very slippery. Small panic. Okay, we're fine. Cool. We're all good. Neat. I mean, we are making pretty good time through this level, but again... We might have time for, like, the Purple Coin Spacewalk. I think that's the name of it. Either of the ones in the fountain, I think we actually would have time for at this rate. Because we're kind of going through those are, one, very short, and two, we're kind of flying through this so far. So yeah, we actually might have time for that, but we'll see. Yeah, I don't like getting these coins on, like, the ledges. As Luigi, specifically. As Mario, whatever. As Luigi, terror. There's also stuff down there. This is just kind of an annoying level to navigate, to be honest. Like, just having to, like, retread ground a lot. There should be some over here. Yeah, the storybook is very good. Actually, we really don't have to retread much ground. I think we can get back up here. Specifically as Luigi, we should have no trouble getting back up here. Maybe? I hope? Because I don't really want to make that walk again. I might have to if I die, of course, but you know, beyond that. But yeah, I very much like Rosalina's character. She is my favorite Mario quote-unquote princess, though she's never officially called a princess, I don't think. At least to my knowledge, they never call her a princess. God damn it, we actually do have to go all the way around. That was stupid. I easily could have died there. I should not have just done a, you know, leap of faith. But we're fine, so no complaints. Thank you for the hydration check. I might need it in a moment. Whew, Again, I actually didn't cry, believe it or not. I did get choked up, I did not cry. Somehow. I thought I was going to, but I made it through. So again, it's gonna happen, because again, we have Pokemon Mystery Dungeon coming up soon, and I know I'm not getting through that game without crying. Like, genuinely. That might be the first game I ever cried for. Like, cried during. Genuinely. Can't think of any others off the top of my head, at least. Well, what am I standing on? Okay. Alrighty. Neat. Why does it feel like I'm missing coins somewhere? Because if so, it's like, oh no, that's gonna suck. This part sucks too. This little slide. Trying to not miss anything. Okay, we're good. I like making various panic sounds during stream. It's my favorite thing in the world, clearly. Fear. Yeah, okay, we're good. Nice. Piece of cake. What was I so worried about? Yeah, if like the next one is like Beach Bowl, it's like hell nah. There's no way we're getting through Beach Bowl in 10 minutes. Actually, I mean, if this only took like 5 minutes, maybe Beach Bowl won't be that bad. Now, for me to get hit by a boulder and die and have to redo all of that, I know my luck. Again, I'm being very quiet to concentrate, so I don't have to do that again. Nice, so that should finish out the first dome, the terrace. So yeah, the one in the kitchen is Beach Bowl, that one is time consuming. I will check the ones in the fountain, because those are actually very short. Also, we have the Hungry Luma. If we get through this fast enough, we might try to help the Hungry Luma. That one I don't think is very long. Is it? Is it? I'm trying to remember which one it is, first of all. Yeah, the way things are going, I'm guessing 2 streams left. Purple coins on the Battle Rock. The only problem right now is, I forgot to turn on streamer mode again. Can you check where the comments are on the screen behind Rosalina? I'm very normal. I have played this game so much. I kind of have a general idea of when comets spawn and like how they rotate, to the point where I knew one of them was going to be here, even though I didn't know if it was going to be Battle Rock or Space Junk. Again, I'm very normal about Mario Galaxy. Like, God. Whew, okay. Battle Rock is like whatever, in my opinion. Now, if we're talking Dreadnought, that one is rough. One thing I learned about Dreadnought that's really good to know is the platform respawns. If you get stuck on a platform, it will come back eventually. So, or a new platform will appear. So you can just wait if you are going kind of slow. Like, you can just take your time. Like, genuinely, if you know that, then Dreadnought's not nearly as bad, though there's still the weird gravity shenanigans and all that. Okay, good, it actually threw me the right way. I wanted to get launched backwards into the coin. Because otherwise I wouldn't have had time to get over to the coin, probably. Alrighty. Hi. Hey, very nice. Yes, very nice indeed. Again, I may be normal about this video game. My ability to just breeze through everything. 65. Alrighty, is next one here? No, so I'll have to come back later. Again, probably next is gonna be Beach Bowl, which means Shrug. I don't want to do Beach Bowl right now. I want to do, wait, I don't see any, actually. It looks like none are in rotation. Yeah, so we'll just go over here then. I might regret this. If it's the one I think it is, this shouldn't actually be that bad. But again, this depends on me remembering, which I'm not necessarily the best at. $800. We only need about like 1,000 more star bits. Actually, maybe not even that much. Yeah, please be the one I think it is, because this one's very easy. The Big Mouth Galaxy has appeared. Let's go. Okay. We're gonna break this galaxy a little bit. You can break it pretty easily. So, Big Mouth's gold bait. So, we need a golden shell to break that chest. Regular shells will not cut it. So, you have to do this whole thing to find it, in theory. Anyway, let's talk to you. You look like you've seen some stuff, actually. This is my hideaway. It's the perfect spot for fishing and being left alone. The one downside is Luigi, again, is not great underwater, so we'll have to be careful. Once we get the gold shell, it'll be a piece of cake, but getting it might be a little annoying. Because yeah, if we have to spin here... Oh yeah, there goes a bunch of our air. So you're supposed to collect star chips on the bottom of the floor in order to build a sling star to get up here. You don't need to do that though. You can just do this and just skip that entire section. So yeah, we just kind of broke the level a little bit, at least sequence broke. Again, there's star chips on the bottom of the, like, cavern floor. Wait, actually, there we go. We're kind of having trouble getting through there. We're a little stuck, because again, I don't know if they're... No, wait, you are supposed to drop down. I don't know why we were getting stuck there. Also, the shells have like a spotlight on the front, meaning you can actually easily dispatch boos this way. Also, if you break the shell by accident, you have to do this again, so don't. No chances, like point blank. Man, that was close. Oh, Luigi, I almost forgot to tell you something. I was trying to get a star, but I fell into this treasure chest. Let me tell you, it's even smaller than it looks. Anyway, here's the power star I found in there. No, really, it's yours. Neat. Very quick and easy one. Take this power star. Piece of cake. And now, that actually puts us at, what, 66? Yeah. Pretty good progress. Again, about comparable to last time. Because we had like 34 last time, I think. Either way, we're starting off with suffering next time, I see. So, actually no, Space Junk isn't that bad, and Beach Bowl is time-consuming, and I don't know what this one is. We didn't even finish the bedroom stuff, so we'll have to go back there. But yeah, we'll try to clean out these two, to just get them out of the way so we don't have to keep backtracking. And then continue on through the bedroom and engine room, and also the final one. So yeah, pretty good progress today. Yeah, I agree, Luigi. I want to just conk out too. But yeah, thank you all for watching. This was a lot of fun today. Very productive stream. Again, I was hoping to get enough to beat the game, essentially, but I didn't think we'd actually get through like the storybook and as many purple coins as we did. Which was only 3, but still, that was more than I was expecting. Was it 3? Yeah, it was 3. Yeah. Very fun. Next stream will be hopefully Wednesday. I don't know what it's going to be. There was a talk of a plan for Wednesday. I don't know if it's still happening. I'll need to double check. Friday, I might take a break from Galaxy. The Marvel talk on beta is on Friday. I might want to try that, but We'll see. I might just do more Galaxy though, so I can be more productive and actually make story progress in a game like this. But yeah. If you enjoyed the stream, you can follow up for notifications when I go live in the future. I also have a YouTube channel for edited down streams into episodic formats. I have a VOD channel for full streams other than parts with no actual talking. I have a Blue Sky for posting updates. A Ko-Fi's tip jar. I do have a donation goal. Currently running until like next spring, so any additional support is greatly appreciated, but completely optional. And the same goes for my throne, where you can use that to give gifts. With that out of the way, yeah, thank you all for watching. This was fun. I am worn out today. I'm just gonna scout out real quick here. See if I want to raid anybody. Also, I never acknowledged that the music here changes over time. No raid then? I'm trying to think if there was anything like good for a raid message, but I'm also just kind of like very eepy, so I might want to rest. We'll see. I do love this song though. I'm just trying to think of anything. Could rate some people you can recommend. Don't know them about message though. That's fair. But yeah, I don't mind suggestions. I feel like there was something, but I already forgot what it was. 6016? Ah. I am not familiar. Wait, I've heard of them, I have not actually watched them. I mean, otherwise I just would have said something I'm already following. Sure. I always felt nervous rating people I don't actually know. But I realize that's not great for the sake of networking. So it's a bit oxymoronic to be like, I'm gonna just raid the same people. So yeah. Is that just the name? Like if I just type in this, it'll not horribly break? What is this game? Yeah, I don't know what game this is. Anyway. Sure. Why not? But yeah, thank you all for watching. Again, next stream will hopefully be Wednesday unless there's another stretch of me not feeling up for it. But yeah, I hope everyone has a good rest of their evening and a good night. It would also help if I actually had the stream up, so I can actually post a message, which is something I'm very bad at, is actually having streams up when I'm about to raid. But yeah, for real, thank you all for watching, and I hope everyone has a good rest of their evening and a good week. Good night, everybody. Take care.